bunch of drinking bros, presented by BlackRifleCoffee.com. Put down the water and grab a fucking drink.
Yeah!
Look at that.
You guys are back.
You're so fat still.
No, I'm not.
A little bit.
Okay, yeah, I am.
No, you're not, actually. You look good.
Yeah.
I can't call you fat anymore because now there's a camera on you and people can see that you're actually
Damn it.
not that fat.
They're not like,
Right.
oh, God, he's huge.
I'm still a douchebag. I'm wearing sunglasses in the
I like
studio.
the sunglasses, though. I think it's
They're
a touch.
They're my hater blockers.
It's a signature.
Yeah,
Is it?
they're
You
nice.
know? Also, too, these lights that we have to have are very bright.
They shine bright like a diamond.
Like
Yeah,
a diamond.
like a diamond.
They really do.
I agree.
Jared, we've had a couple shows with strippers now. What was the end result after that concert? Did you end up fucking those girls?
No. As a matter of fact, I got a really funny story about so the first two, it was just like, that was kind of like ooh, we should have tested this first.
Why?
And I don't know, just because they didn't really have any good stories. I didn't think. I didn't get the desired result. But here's a fun observation or something that happened is afterwards when we were all sitting here talking, you know, I started telling him about Harley, like, hey, if you guys are like stripping, why aren't you camming and like making real money?
Right.
And they got like completely scoffed at it. Like, I would never do that. Yada, yada, yada. As soon as the show went live and people were going to her Instagram, she started a paid for Snapchat.
Oh,
There
yeah,
you
of
go.
course.
No.
Like, and
way.
has been advertising it nonstop. And Ross, even better, I got 4 or 5 messages from people who personally know that person saying, "Stay the fuck away."
Whoa.
Wow.
Why?
I like this all goes down when we're not
Like,
here. There's
yeah.
just-
An ex-boyfriend, like everything, like
really?
it was awesome.
I mean,
like,
to her defense, all my ex-girlfriends probably stay the fuck away.
from
So-
you,
Mine too. Yeah.
yeah.
Right. So you never know. Might
So
be
that-
a
but
diluted source.
After the show, because here's the thing. We did one of those shows mid-afternoon. You guys were already drinking, Jared.
No, that was the good one. The one that we
right.
did the night, the first one that's aired already.
Sure.
That one was the one that was like, it wasn't the desired result. You know, I thought we were gonna get amazing club stories, weird dude stories, things like that.
Strippers
Instead,
are trial
like-
and error. Strippers
So
are trial
actually-
and error.
Something that I would like to talk about that's way more exciting to me is I didn't know, but Joe Rogan follows me on Instagram.
No
Yeah.
Shut
shit.
the fuck up.
And he liked my last post, which
Yeah.
was the California or law-abiding criminals. Like, I had a fangirl moment. I was sitting there in the
that's
gym, and
money.
it was like, Joe Rogan has liked your Instagram post. Like, oh God,
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
it's the Rogan.
Oh my God.
And then he screenshot it and texted me.
I
Did you guys
I
get
got
my video I
excited.
sent you last night?
Which one?
The one of Joe Rogan with that
Oh, yeah,
new
yeah, for
system.
sure. Yeah,
How
it's badass.
fucking badass
Yeah,
is
it's
that?
really fucking cool.
Like,
Well, we follow each other on Instagram, so I saw it on Instagram.
yeah.
I saw it too. But
They follow
You
each
know.
other.
Well, if anybody knows Joe personally, say thank you, and he's awesome. And
That's pretty
I wanna,
cool.
I want to be in the show one day.
I bet he only follows like 60 people.
No, it's like 100 and something.
That's still
that's not a lot.
good. You made the cut. You made the cut.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, he follows Tim Kennedy as well, and I saw Derek White on though. And
Oh,
those
wow.
are solid Instagram choices.
Yeah.
Those are
Yeah.
some solid abs too. Those guys, they look good shirtless.
Derek White hit me up yesterday. He's currently working on a record.
Really?
Wow.
A metal
Yes.
record?
Yes.
It became that gym motivation
and
one
he,
a couple years back. It was
Yeah,
cool.
so he asked for some help, and
Nice.
he might be out here in a month or so to just jump in here and get some stuff done.
I
So-
showed Noel, but he's fucking hilarious on his story. Derek, he was taking, I mean, they staged it, but his wife, and he's like, "What did you do?" And she's like, I blacked out at Target. And then he's like, "So what'd you do?" She's like, "Well, I woke up and I was at the donut store or the cupcake store." And he was just making her admit that she was supposed to go to Target, but she went to the cupcake store and just got a bunch of fucking cupcakes. Made me happy because
He goes
he's
live
domesticated as
every
fuck.
time he takes a shit.
Really?
Does he?
Yeah, it's really funny.
That is
Wait,
funny.
Derek does?
He's a funny
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, he just doesn't give a shit.
No,
I
he
love
doesn't.
it.
He's just like,
He
Pun
does,
intended. Nah, he
and then he
actually
goes
does give a
live when he
shit.
does it.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
God, I can't believe people listen to this show.
You kind of buried yourself in that one.
hey, yeah, there were a couple comments on Facebook of people complaining about the strippers, and I'm like, Bert, Matt, and Evan all left. What the fuck are we supposed to do? I'm just going to sit here by myself?
I don't, you know what? It's funny, man. After this many shows, who gives a fuck? And some guy wrote in, one guy
You're
wrote in.
better than this.
He goes, you're better than this. And I go, actually, we're not better than this. Like,
I
this is
think
our
that
best
you are
self.
better than this. Like, why didn't you know? Mom and Dad go out of town for
here's the
fucking
thing.
a
Here's
week?
the thing. I went to Nitro USA and asked them to send me professional snowboarders in town, like that they wanted to pump. They did not.
Okay.
I went to another snowboarding outlet here and said, "You guys have athletes here." I went to Smith Optics and said, "Give me an athlete that's here training for the Olympics or prepping for the Olympics or anything." Everybody ignored me. So literally 5 minutes before the show, the only people I was able to get to come in were fucking strippers.
Yeah,
Okay.
because that's who you're hanging out with now. So it's like,
There is an exotic dancer in the studio today. I feel like it's a rotating door every time I walk in the office now. It's great.
Wait, so is this somebody else that Jared's fucking?
No, it's just a friend.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey,
Who happens
let's
to be an
for
exotic
the record,
dancer?
I have not had sex with a single stripper in Utah.
Yes, you have.
Wow.
On the last show.
No, I did not.
Oh my God! She said you fucked on the show. She said
Yes,
you were
that,
7.5.
that was
out
the
of 10.
first day I met her. I had never met her before.
Yeah, but she was a stripper in Utah, correct?
She was lying. She was lying.
She was
Interesting.
lying that you guys had sex.
Yes, I had never met her before that, Ross.
It was very detailed. She said that you guys were reverse cowgirl and you wouldn't look her in the eyes.
No, I said that. I was making it up.
She said that. She said reverse cowgirl,
Whatever.
and then you didn't look her in the eyes, and you said
Yeah,
you
we're
were
good.
shy.
We're good at improv.
Oh boy, Jared,
Interesting.
this is
I didn't listen to the
I haven't
show.
banged a
I'll
stripper.
admit that.
I haven't.
this is a tangled web, Jared, right now
know.
of what you're doing. So who's
Yeah.
the exotic dancer that just happens to be your buddy in the show?
Just one of Jared's friends.
Well, it's one of Benny. It's Party Ben's friend.
Oh. Okay.
Party,
we've
Party Ben with the
we've
girlfriend?
spawned a new show called Fatherless. That's going to be Party Ben and strippers.
Oh boy. There was some comments that said, "I wish Evan was on that show so he could pick apart the strippers."
He would have.
I don't think he
it
would have.
been great.
Evan, would you have gone all in on the strippers?
yeah, I go all in. So the one that's here, she had to pass the smell test. I asked her a few fairly direct questions, like how much cocaine use is in there. And if she would have been like, "Oh, like none. I mean, I've only done it like 12 or 16 times in the last 4 days, but whatever, So that would have been like one answer. But she's like, "Oh, I've only done it a couple times."
No, she's
So-
a straight edge stripper.
She didn't say that.
Never drank. Doesn't do anything.
Well, never drank.
Stripper.
Wow.
Show me your
Look at
tits.
that.
Really?
And you have a good relationship with your father. So, wow.
Look at that.
Like,
Parenting
talk about
skills.
an anomaly.
I know.
And no kids.
No kids. Wow.
Nice.
Okay.
Wow.
Look at that. So, yeah, I probably would have.
And insurance on her car.
Oh, wow.
Do strippers typically not have insurance, like car insurance?
I
Is
think
that
you're
a thing?
talking about illegal immigrants,
Oh.
not strippers. Yeah.
Whoa.
I said illegal immigrants.
Right.
I can say that someone totaled my car. when I
That's
was 16
racist to
years
even
old.
say illegal immigrant.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
don't exist.
Yeah.
This is a harbor
They
nation.
they
now.
are legal immigration challenged.
Yeah.
Legally immigration challenged. There's a shirt there.
That's funny.
That is super funny.
Let's get into the sponsors here before we dive into the fucking grand show. It's nice to have the whole fucking four back, the fantastic four back. First and foremost is Black Rifle Coffee. Evan Hafer, you want to tell us about it?
Yeah, so Black Rifle Coffee, I've basically just been using the show to update people kind of what Black Rifle Coffee's doing. Of course, at the end of the year, we pushed out our 10,000 pound objective. And then this year, we're launching a whole series of innovations in the club that I think are going to make it fucking fantastic for everybody. You'll be able to change your from ground to whole bean, rotate out different selections, so different roasts. You'll be able to pause your membership. So if you're deploying or if you're like, hey, I got too much coffee, you'll be able to do a ton of new things with the club. So we're working hard to roll that out in a very aggressive way for everybody to make it better. Plus, we're adding a bunch of new people as far as the businesses you'll be able to take discounts from. So the club is by far the best coffee option in America at this point. So get fresh roasted freedom straight to your doorstep every month, and take a discount code using Drinking or Drinking Bros.
Yep.
One-time use.
Yeah, it's a one-time
yeah,
use. We take the hit on that first one, but then from that point forward, your discounts in the club will more than compensate for the fact that you're buying coffee from Black Rifle Coffee.
Have an additional announcement with that as well. we're continuing to send coffee over to theaters.
Yep.
So if you are a C5, C17, or C130 crew that is able to accept a pallet
Yeah.
and get it overseas, can you please write in to the Facebook and let us know?
Drinking Bros Podcast Facebook.
Yeah, the Drinking Bros Podcast Facebook. Just write in and please check with the powers that be if you guys are able to fly a pallet over, because that would help us out a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Pallet
and
of
then
coffee.
Yeah,
we'll just give everybody the update real fast on Texas too while we're
do it.
talking,
Great.
right? So, yeah, we are standing up an office in Texas, so we'll be down there by March, April timeframe. It all depends on how fast we can find a building for all of our fucking crazy asses. But yeah, stand by. We're going to have a big retail store down there. I don't want to disclose exactly where
The
it is.
location.
Yeah.
I want to say
It's
it. I
in
wanna
Texas.
Say it. No,
It's in
I hope
Texas.
It's in Texas.
in a very heavily populated drinking bro area, so you guys will benefit.
Heavy drinking bro
And
population.
Our emphasis is all about the community this year, man. It's all about giving back, what we can do for the veterans in our the veterans in our community and guys that have served the country. We got to put them first. So this year is all about what can we do for you, not about kind of Black Rifle Coffee. We got buried in the business last year. We had to, and now it's just how much value can we give back to you guys?
And today, our friends Danny Worsnop at Asking Alexandria experienced how cool drinking bros are. They wanted to shoot guns today. They're in Iowa on a day off. Drinking bro that owned a farm drove 50 miles to pick them all up.
Holy shit!
And they are on the range right now having Sunday gun day.
That is phenomenal.
All
dope.
within 8 minutes of me putting it out, it was put together and they were connected and they had a plan and it was done.
That is
Wow.
awesome. Cheers to them, dude.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers to
Rad.
drinking bros.
Yep.
Go to blackriflecoffee.com, promo code Drinking Bros for 20% off. Grab life by the beans. Next
That's
up,
actually kind of a good
It
slogan.
is.
I really like that.
next up, we got StrikeForceEnergy.com. Strikeforce Energy is the premier energy drink in the biz. They will be in SHOT Show, and they've got 4 original flavors. They've got lemon, orange, grape, and original. They're fucking original. Still a tried and true fave.
I'm a huge fan of the original. I am.
Same.
Like,
Yeah,
I'm just a
same
guy.
here.
I love the original, man.
Same.
It's got a citrusy taste to it.
Yeah. It's a tasty, tiny little tin pouch. Rip it open, squeeze it, pour into any liquid available, and you're good to go. Lasts longer than 5-hour energy. You can kick the can, kids. You don't need the fucking can anymore. Find somebody who's getting married and tied all your cans of Monster to their fucking car because you don't need it on yours. Go to StrikeForceEnergy.com. They've got a subscription of the month club. Type in the promo code Drinking Bros for 20% off. They ship everywhere in the entire world, and they have a motherfucking goddamn 750 milliliter bottle that you can just
This
put
is
on your
what happens
countertop.
when you,
Boom.
don't, when you don't buy fucking Strike Force. Is Jared steals Evan's nicotine gum to
That's
get
right.
fucking amped up, and he literally just did that.
He did.
I'm going to get amped. The last time I had one of these with him, I was feeling great.
Yeah,
it's
you
called
were.
Nicotine.
It's called nicotine.
And
It's great.
addictive. Okay, it's good.
Yeah.
You know who
Yeah.
doesn't
And
have
addictive.
nicotine is the stripper. So that just so you know, she's better at life than you.
Yeah, she is.
She's winning. She's winning.
Are you serious? You're just comparing me to... Well, I mean, I'll take it.
Wow. That's fine. It's fine. Go to StrikeForceEnergy.com. Use the promo code Drinking Bros for 20% off. They also have a subscription of the month club, same as Black Rifle Coffee. Next up, we got Sig Sauer. Matt Best, why don't you tell us about Sig?
Who's Sig? Just kidding. No, everybody probably knows 6 Hour. It was the 2 of the guns we used, the MPXs, which is actually my favorite firearm I own right now in the Christmas Steel video. They also have a huge release of a new firearm coming out at SHOT Show. They sent out an email to everybody, but you should definitely check out what they've got going on. Some of the best firearms that I've ever shot. And they're always come up. The thing I like about SIG is they just don't give a fuck.
They don't give a fuck.
They're just like, oh, an MP5, let's just kind of recreate it and make it our own. And so they're just pushing the boundaries with firearm stuff. And good people over there. They've taken care of us, and we hope to take care of them.
And we will be at Range Day with those guys
We
at
will.
SHOT Show.
Oh,
so
yeah.
We'll be at Range Day.
Saw that on the schedule.
Yep. we're teamed up.
Yeah,
Like
I
those
got
guys.
the schedule. That was amazing.
What
We got
does
some
what
squared
does
away
range
people.
day? By the way, what does it entail? Is it the best shot? Because if so,
No, it's like it's a day before the main SHOT Show, and essentially range day. They show off all the new firearms and their capabilities and all that kind of stuff. So you can actually go out if you're a journalist and shoot, the new SIG pistol and
that's dope.
check it out and do a review. Yeah, it's fun.
yeah, because
Yes, if it was a competition, we would just go win it. So
Right.
right. Well, I
that's
just
what-
think if you were pitted against one another,
I mean, Evan's
70-30,
Hafer.
yeah,
Oh.
70-30
I'll never
Hafer.
live it down.
Go to SigSauer.com. Check out all their fucking selections. They're so good they don't even need a fucking promo code. They have 0 promo codes. So all the emails. Sorry guys, they're the best in the biz. They're not having a promo code there. Last but not least, we've got GhostBed.com.
Fucking love it.
So do I. By the way, super amped about GhostBed's new bed. They just added the Craftmatic adjustable with the fucking remote control.
Shit.
To their arsenal. No shit. I fucking want one. They also have a bed that I'm gonna have to call them next week. It popped up on my Facebook feed and they didn't tell me about it, but it's self-cooling. 30 yards. Which is what everybody's always needed in the history of mankind, is like a self-cooling bed. I set the fucking air conditioner to like 70, even in the winter, just so I feel cold in bed. If you're telling me that this fucking bed cools you down while you're in it, I am fucking
Dude,
in.
that's a fucking game
That's a
changer.
game changer.
It really
I
would
lie,
be.
I lie to my wife all the time about what I'm putting the thermostat at.
Same
just so
here.
I fucking better get that fucking tight ass next to me and cuddle it up.
Ooh.
Now if I have a cold bed,
I know.
so many
I gotta
So
do
many
some
options.
research on it, but it just pops up on my Facebook feed, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And why haven't I heard about it? But the Craftmatic one is legit. They're selling those now, and you can use a remote control and fucking prop yourself up, and the promo code works for that shit. Surprisingly, so yeah, go to
You know what
ghostbed.com
Ghostbed should do?
/drinking
They
bros.
should make a hidden door, so it's like it's like a safe room for all your sex toys, and then you can press a button.
that'd be so nice.
Yeah,
Boom.
because the kids won't find it and play lightsaber with your dildos or
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah.
shit people have.
Use a fist as a cooking utensil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one
I've
of
seen
these
that.
fists though, where it's like the fingers forward fist. You ever see those sex?
Yeah.
Those
Oh,
are
yeah.
weird because it's like you're getting it going, and then you graduate to this, I guess, and then you double fist.
Then you go the dubs.
I
The
want
dub
that.
fist.
I want that black fist from the meme. Is it Cleveland?
Is that the name of it?
No, who? I don't know the name of the character. Jared, do you know that cartoon character that's in that meme? That just the black fist.
I have no idea.
I
Man.
don't know what you're talking about.
They've been using that for 2 years now. Whenever somebody's angry, they just show they cut off that black fist of the animated thing. Pull it up for them, Dave. Go to ghostbed.com /drinking bros or type in the promo code drinking bros. You get $50 off a mattress. You also get 2 free pillows. And the pillows are the motherfucking jam. We got a live show. Does anybody have dates, times, and all that shit? Everybody's been asking.
It is Tuesday,
And just while he's
the
pulling that up,
23rd
ahead.
of January at the MGM Grand
Oh.
in a place called Level Up.
level up.
Level Up.
I
So,
know Level Up, by the way. They've got-
Inside the MGM. We
Yeah.
did the live show with TJ Lavin.
Oh yeah,
at
I
Level
totally
Up.
remember that.
We've
Yeah.
got a better setup this year. They got us a stage.
Cool.
They got us better sound. So more people will be able to fit. It is free. You don't have
Free
to get a ticket.
$99.
You just have to show up. And there's a bar right there that'll be our bar.
Well, you have to
Right.
bring a
They're-
good attitude
They're
to get
serving Lead Slingers whiskey.
Oh,
Really?
Yep. It's
What's
all
up?
going down.
What time does the show start?
I believe 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. 8 o'clock at Level Up at the MGM Grand.
We'll say 8 now, but I'm going to tell you, you might want to get there at 6:30 because,
It's going to be packed. We'll be drinking there beforehand, too.
absolutely.
I heard there's a skee ball machine in there.
There
I will
absolutely is.
fuck you up, Ross.
So-
You have a
Oh,
live.
shit.
You guys have a
1-1.
live skee ball off, huh?
Oh shit!
Let's get a fucking ping pong
Yeah.
table in there too.
No,
and let's-
there,
And
I
then
was just
one
going to
other
say, there is a
thing,
ping pong
Ross,
table in there.
That we have to throw out there is this is now a video show on
Correct.
YouTube /channel /Drinkin' Bros podcast. You can watch these now or put them on a screen at work for yourself or whatever you want. You can see that Matt calls me fat and I'm looking very good now.
Including the
you are.
stripper
You are.
shows. Like the stripper shows
Yeah.
are up. That wasn't We didn't stop doing that because the
Well,
strippers were there.
yeah. So one is up. I'm telling you, this next one that goes up later this week is really good. Those two are attractive and they're funny. So you'll really enjoy that show. The show that goes up tonight is the Danny show, and that one was really good.
Nice.
So yeah.
Fun times.
Fucking
Yeah,
fun
right,
times.
right now.
Fun times.
Right now, we're in the future because we're talking Sunday night before Shot Show.
Okay.
Oh,
Got
it.
we're
Yeah,
in
we
the
are.
Future. Look
We
at
are.
us, fucking.
We
well, it's
are in
mainly
the
'cause
future.
We're traveling so much.
So
Yeah.
we actually
Right.
should say, come see our live show tomorrow night.
No, because this is Sunday
In
night.
2 nights.
So 2 nights.
2 nights.
Tuesday.
Come see our live show in 2 nights.
Come
hey,
see us in 2 nights.
is Black Rifle Coffee having a booth at SHOT Show, Evan?
No, but we'll be serving coffee at a couple other booths. So we'll be at 511 and FN this year. We will be giving away a lot of coffee, man. It's going to be
Are we giving away cups, too?
legit. Yeah.
There might be some free mugs and
Yeah.
Free
some
mugs.
Free mugs.
swag.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to go see FN.
Yeah. FN. And FN is as far as like people want to know why FN, I think it's pretty interesting because FN has basically fielded the most barrels and or I guess it's like rifles at this point.
Crew-served weapons.
The United States military uses. Like so, for us, FN was a pretty obvious choice because they're pretty apolitical. There's like no choice in being able to stay, hey, we're going to go with this AR manufacturer or this pistol manufacturer.
Everybody goes with the
It's like,
M240 Bravo and the M249.
yeah, and you can't tell me that you don't love those guns, man.
Exactly.
Because they are fucking awesome.
That is America.
They
right
are
there.
fucking awesome.
Well, fucking A, dude. Welcome back. It's a strange world out there. Chelsea Manning is running for senator of Maryland.
You're fucking kidding me.
Yeah, I
Nope.
saw.
Just curious, is Evan's thoughts on that? I heard a couple people wanting to know what Evan feels about that.
Wow, where do I begin to unpack this? I guess the first thing is she's Shem. I don't know.
Shem.
Like,
Just
how
call
do-
it him.
Chelsea.
Well,
okay.
I feel let's just start off with Chelsea Manning. She's like a half-ass transvestite. She didn't even fucking go like
No.
full tranny. Like
She didn't get any
try,
surgery.
Try harder. You literally just grew your hair out and threw some fucking Walgreens lipstick
And-
on and said you're a chick. That doesn't make a transition if that's what you really want to do. Fucking asshole.
So he still has his
and you've also been convicted of
that-
one of the worst crimes like to the country ever.
That's kind of what my point was, what
Yeah.
I was going to start with. So what are the qualifications and then what has she done? So that qualifies.
A private in the military.
Right. So, is this the best choice? Probably not. I think this is probably just a PR move. Somebody said, yeah, I think you can get some additional publicity and keep your name hot for a while, get back in the press. Ultimately, I think that's what this is all about. I mean, those personalities are fairly obvious. Like a lot of these guys are not meant to be heroes. They're not trying to like save the country. They're just trying to draw attention.
To themselves.
Unfortunately, he drew a lot of negative attention and then continues to draw attention through every act that they've done. So ultimately, this is just a play for attention. It's not a legitimate run. And if it is,
If
God help
Maryland
us.
elects
God help
elects
us.
that piece of shit, like
yeah,
How crazy would that be?
it's fucking rough.
Yeah.
that's a lot of stupid people, which I don't think Maryland is a good choice. Like because Maryland is generally red, right?
But where would be a good choice?
I mean,
San Francisco?
Yeah, you might get San Francisco.
No,
Yeah.
the bottom of the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah.
It's a great place.
Yeah, I
to
mean,
work.
that's where Chelsea Manning should
OBL
be.
and Chelsea
Yeah,
could
they can
fucking
hang
roll
out.
together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, freaking cement bricks on her feet would be fucking a better choice.
Well, I think at this point we can just watch the whole thing burn down, and that might be fun. That might be fun too. Get another couple years of just
well,
entertainment. out of
here's
it.
something, Ross, that maybe the general people don't realize is I'm just gonna say
It's hard, right?
That
It's
piece of
hard.
shit private put all three of us in danger at this table if our enemy was more sophisticated. Because the information that he released connects my name to actual actions in Iraq, connects Matt and Evan's name to actual missions in Iraq. So if we had people an enemy that was actively jumping on airplanes and going to hunt down people, they would use this information to say, some of my friends that have hundreds of bomb drops to their names, all that information came in what he leaked.
Right.
So yes, we are lucky that this enemy isn't that sophisticated and willing to jump on a plane and start murking people at their houses with their families. But that's what he did.
Why are you giving him ideas, dude? Fuck.
Yeah, come on. Dial that back, dog.
Oh, whoops. All right.
Put that back in the can.
Just ignore that.
Yeah, if Shim wins, it's a whole new fucking ball game in this world for everything else.
Yeah, and I mean, I will preface this with the fact that it's like, the whole disdain for this guy is based on treason. It's not based on whether or not he decides to be or Shim or him. Like, it doesn't matter. It's treason, right? Treason is treason. So, yeah, that's where it is.
There's that.
You sold your entire country's defense force.
You don't identify as a male or a female.
for
You
a
identify
price.
as a traitor.
Yeah. You by self-identified as a traitor.
Yeah.
You did that long before you had questions about who you are.
Chelsea Manning isn't a tranny. He's just a traitor.
I'm just a big fan of Shim. Just the word Shim has really got me.
I'm searching for the word. What do you classify that? Is it? Well, I guess it's just a transvestite, just not fully transitioned, right?
Potentially.
So how do you classify that?
Is it transvestite or transsexual?
That's me really kind of being like ignorant to the fact.
What's the difference between transsexual and
is she
transvestite?
identifying as a she or like is
Are
it
those
switching
two
back
different
and
things?
forth? Like if she goes
Transsexual
bowling,
and transvestite?
if she goes bowling, is she like, oh, I'm a
don't know.
dude now? I don't know.
Yeah.
So
When
this
you
is-
say tranny, does it mean transsexual or transvestite?
I don't know.
don't
It
either.
could be that
My
you're from
brain just goes chick
Transylvania.
with a dick.
Tranny is okay to say though, right?
I don't know.
No, I don't
I
think
don't
so,
know. These
Jared.
are all things I do not know.
Yeah,
I know.
Like,
We're going to have to go to a class.
We should.
would you feel comfortable
gonna have to
calling
fly
an
to
employee a
Thailand.
tranny?
A what?
No.
Were
probably
they a
not.
real tranny?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Once again, you do you, man. Be happy. No worries. Like whatever you're into.
just trying to
but
be
just
educated.
don't
Do
be.
you?
Yeah, just don't be a tree. Just
I don't
be a
want to
traitor.
be mean to a tranny that's not a treasonous.
No,
tranny.
exactly.
Yeah,
Like,
so,
I don't
so
care
I
about
need to
that.
know.
Like,
I need to know what is proper to call you.
yes. So we're not offending anybody that isn't a traitor. We don't.
Yes,
That
yes.
would
If
be
you're
the
not a
big thing.
traitor, those are the only trannies that allow. The ones
Is that what
are-
you're going to start doing now? Are you like, you meet a tranny?
Are you a
like,
traitor?
Are you a traitor?
Are you a traitor? All right, then I
no,
like you.
no, then you're a cool one.
Then we can
Like,
be
he's-
friends.
Yeah.
You're one of them cool trannies.
You're one of them cool.
cool trannies. I think you can't go to a female prison though without getting lopped off, right? Is that not true?
I don't know.
I don't
Because
know
with
what that is.
today in this day and age, yeah. If I'm going to prison, I'm definitely transitioning, but without
Are you
anything.
kidding me? That'd be
I'm just gonna put
sweet.
makeup
Yeah.
on.
Female
Say,
prison.
I'm a girl. I
I'm
need
a
to go to
fucking
female.
chick.
I go to female prison.
So
You're just locked in there with chicks that want some dick, man.
yeah, the question is, did he get to fuck anybody in there if he still had his dick?
God, it'd be sweet though. 3 hot
Yeah.
free meals and some puss. You
But
know?
hey, this comes back to
Unlimited
the
puss.
most previous stripper episode where they said their dream relationship is with a really hot tranny.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Interesting.
A lot
Yeah.
of girls are into that. It's
Yeah,
like
they
they
said
get
I want a
best of
really
both
hot
worlds.
looking chick, but still has a dick.
Interesting.
Yeah, she
you
was
go.
she was dead set on it too. She was she described it everything down to the dick. And
Just like,
basically
yeah,
she said, I want a beautiful girl to fuck me with a dick and just so I have somebody to stare at.
There's things called strap-ons. You could just find a hot chick and
No, they
We
want
brought
the real
that
one.
up.
Real
They
shit.
want the real one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
she
wanted
said
a
no.
real dick.
I wanted a real pulsating
I
dick.
need a real
that I
dong
could-
that creams.
She said, I want one I can make hard myself.
Oh, God.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really.
I mean, I see where
I'm
they're
gonna
coming
lose
from.
a lot of sleep.
If
I missed that
if I
episode.
could
How about you?
find,
All the sleep
if I could
on
find a real good-looking dude with a vagina, then we could be like best friends and do cool stuff, and then
I
it's
could
not
see
that
fucking
weird.
Benny if he had a vagina.
Oh God.
Legs
Just ask
spread.
Benny if you could put implants on his back, and then you guys are square.
I could see
I'd want him to be. I'd want him to be like cow udders, though. So it's more of a hand.
Wow.
Do you think anybody's ever got tits on their back just so they could have tits on all
I know
sides?
there's a guy that got tits off of a bet and then kept them.
Yeah, no, I know
Why?
that guy.
Yeah,
No, it was a
That's-
bet. He said, I think he got
it was $100,000.
100K.
Like all his
for-
buddies
for
chipped
one,
in
for
like,
1 year.
Yeah.
Wow.
and then he kept
And he
them.
kept him.
Wait, what?
But that is really funny. Like
It's
if
a
we
bold
could,
move,
if we could
Cotton.
talk,
bold.
if we could talk hot Logie to getting tits
Oh,
for a year
gross.
for money, for our entertainment.
Yeah, on
but
his
then
back?
we made him do modeling shoots like every week. And there was an Instagram called Logan with Tits.
Logan with tits.
Logie with Tits.
Subscribe for 1 year. That's all it is.
Backtits.org.
Yeah. I don't know, man. You're still hot, Logan, but I liked you hot Logan with tits, man.
Yeah,
I don't
man.
know.
Can you get those tits back?
Ew, it'd be hairy tits too. Ugh.
Because he could wear a mask backwards too, and then if you fucked him in the butt, it would be kind of like fucking a woman, I guess. You know?
What?
With
if he
fucked
shaved
up
up.
arms?
Yeah.
Ew, God damn it, Ron.
There's a hole there.
What?
There's a
It kind of
hole
looks
there.
like a six pack. You could paint tattoo a six pack on there.
On his lower
Yeah.
back.
Why go to all that? Just
At that
find a
point,
chick.
I'm fucking a paper towel roll in the couch.
Seems like an extraordinarily amount of work
I know.
for not a good payoff.
For what?
Well, no, but you
You're gonna
get
put
your
a lot of
buddy
work
back
into you,
too
bro.
afterwards.
What?
Like he rolls over and you get to talk to him, and it's like it's your buddy again, and it's like, oh hey, it's almost like you're fucking a different person.
No, see, with all that stuff, it's like jacking off is your best friend. Anytime you're a little buzzed and you think you should text your ex-girlfriend, just fucking make yourself jack off, and you'll be so thankful the second you come. You'll be like, I almost made a bad decision.
That's
rules
true.
to live by.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's like as soon as it
It's
hits.
saved me multiple times. You're like, it's 1 a.m. and ex is texting like, hey, we could just get together, and you're like, no. You come, you're like, oh god, she was trying to get pregnant. She's probably doing all this other weird stuff. Who knows? That's why I didn't have a kid at probably 21.
That's true.
nice.
If you have a nice 3 Kleenex jerk, you're good to go. Where you're like, oh man, all right, cool.
3 clean, so that's a lot of semen in there.
Whoa.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, you
And
want.
then just leave it on Jared's bedside table.
Oh, no.
So when he has to blow his nose.
No.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm going to be sick.
This show is a giant turd.
You're welcome. Hey, speaking of turds, I want to talk about Trump's shithole comment, if you don't mind.
Oh man.
That was one of the most phenomenal things I've ever heard, by the way. And I can't believe it's real. CNN ended up reporting it that night 127 times. I didn't think you were allowed to use the word shithole on TV.
Were they saying shithole or were they saying like
The
S-hole
word,
or
the
something?
exact words shithole.
Wow.
127 times. Saturday Night Live last night got a memo from NBC saying, "Hey, do not use the word shithole live on TV." They said the memo said you can use the word s-hole. When they did the weekend updates, they said, "Look, NBC."
What did he reference as a shithole? Because I Googled it and then I realized I didn't want to spend that much time looking into it.
So they're working on an immigration deal right now, right?
Right.
And part of this immigration deal, they were pitching other countries, and some of the countries that were on there, he was not happy with, such as Nigeria and Haiti. So he was like, "Take Nigeria and Haiti off of there. I don't want these fucking shithole countries on there. Why can't you guys put a country on there like fucking Norway or something?" And it got out. It was in a bipartisan meeting, so it was Democrats and Republicans behind closed doors. It got out that he had said this, and the White House didn't deny it. So apparently he had said it. So everybody's Don Lemon was the first.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, he came on CNN and said, "Mr. Trump, you are a racist. Anybody who supports Donald Trump is a racist," and everything. That went viral. And then Anderson Cooper doubled down on it and said the same thing. To me,
my question is, like, that's not necessarily racism. That's nationalism, right?
Yeah.
So, like, that's actually
yes.
From my perspective, they're redefining to paint this picture as a racist, where it's like he's talking about countries. Those countries are full of multiracial people. So you can't say, "Oh, I'm a racist" by saying this. You could say like, "Oh, he's definitely a nationalist." So, and I think that there's a leap there. Like that's a pretty big leap just to say, "Hey, if I think this country's a shithole, like, oh, you're a racist." No, I've been to a couple of those countries in Africa, and I'll tell you, there's a couple shitholes over there, you know. But there's also some really fucking nice countries where you're like, oh, badass, Botswana's fucking awesome, right? And then you go cruise over to like, you know, places in Senegal or West Africa, and you're like, good God, this place is a shithole. It really is, and it has nothing to do with the race. It's like has everything to do with
education,
economics.
upbringing.
Yep.
It's
economic.
So yeah, we want somebody coming over here that's 30 years old that has no education whatsoever, never learned our language, and we're gonna why? What the fuck do we need that for? Because we're gonna pay for it.
And we can find those same people in like Norway and Sweden for sure.
Yeah.
So I think that there's like you can find uneducated
there's turds
people
everywhere.
that do not like turds are everywhere, right? Yeah. So if you're just talking about the country, you're more kind of jabbing a stick into the eye of the political institutions that run the country. So I don't know, man. Like, it's a stretch for me to say, oh, he's a racist because of those statements. Now, I would definitely say, sure, he's a nationalist, and that's good that he's not prioritizing what he feels are negative countries directly with the immigration policies of America. If that's the articulation that should have come out versus like, why can't you guys find some better countries, not these shitholes? Like,
well, what are the crime stats on that too? Look at Miami in the late 80s and early 90s.
Yeah, direct, and that was due to immigration, actually forced immigration of exiling Cuban.
Big problem with a
Cuban
lot of
prisoners.
Haitians.
Cuban prisoners and Haitians.
Did we forget about that? Like,
it's a slippery slope. But just to point the finger and say that people are racist without like, basically you're doing the same thing that they're not validating the state. They're validating the statement of shithole and then saying, okay, we're just going to devolve into racism.
The Logan Paul stuff got old, so they needed something new.
They needed
to report
new.
140 fucking times. Like,
yeah,
great.
They just needed it.
Great
yeah.
CNN.
And I'm with you,
we
Evan.
should just create more controversial content so they share us.
Yeah, we should.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Well,
CNN is a shithole.
But I guess when you're who's that dude? Who's the dude that reported it? Would you say Anderson Cooper, right? Yeah. So I mean, it's easy to be sit on your podium when he's the heir to like the Vanderbilt fucking.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Hey, Don Lemon, go live in Haiti for 3 years.
Yeah, and then come back and go, fuck yeah, let's open up the borders, dog. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. Do an investigative report for a few years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fucking these fucking people. They're using the word racist so quickly now on every single statement that it's like, man, why is that the go-to now? Is what I don't understand.
Because it's emotional right now and it's trending, so people can get a rise out of other people by saying it.
It's create a common enemy. That's the tactics. Let's unite this side with hate. That's what they're doing.
Pretty much.
They're uniting the blue side with reasons to hate, not reasons to just work together.
Yeah, man, it's just getting fucking insane though. It's like no matter what you do, you're either a racist or a fucking homophobe or like. I
was super disappointed to see Dave Chappelle's new special where he starts talking about the freaking travel ban, and it's like, you're so fucking stupid. Like it takes 10 minutes to understand what that travel ban was about, and instead he's focusing on he's racist against Muslims. No, he's telling countries that don't have their shit together and their travel documents fucking essentially accounted for that you're not coming in the country until you fix it. Like,
yeah, the whole thing with Chappelle though is his whole family's Muslim. He's one of the, like, you're never gonna convince people that fucking Muslims, not a great religion who are Muslim. You know what I'm saying?
Well, no, we're not. I'm not saying that. But he was saying that the reason behind that travel ban was because of their religion, and it had nothing to do with that.
Exactly, and that's what I think. But others, such as Dave Chappelle and everybody else, thinks it is because of their religion, and it's just like, man, get the fuck over it. So I don't know. How was the specials otherwise though, Jared?
Oh, it was funny. I just, that I thought it was good, but I mean, he started harping on that, and it's like a comedian that doesn't bother really diving in and educating himself and calling, a freaking spade a club is stupid.
Well, that's why I don't talk politics, because I don't pay attention to it anymore.
Whatever.
Well, Chappelle did go to Africa for 2 weeks, so maybe he knows what he's talking about. That whole 2 weeks in South Africa was he went to the heart of the country. Yeah.
South Africa is predominantly Dutch.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never been to South Africa. How
African, is it? The language that they speak in South African is Afrikaan. It's Dutch. It's like a off language of Dutch, like, because I mean, it was a big English and Dutch settlement for diamonds, really.
Do you just know this because that band?
Yeah, I mean, I know. I've done some research on South Africa.
I dated a girl from South Africa in high school. She was blonde hair and blue eyed, and I was like, "Man, are you sure?" Yeah, yeah. She came over.
They make some gorgeous people over there. They do.
D'Antwood.
Oh yeah,
is from,
shit.
is from South Africa.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm
And
surprised.
I mean,
we
a
haven't had
lot
that on
of
the show.
South Africa has a lot of tourism. I mean, Nitro Circus did a live show in South Africa. We had that guest, Matt McDuff, did his giant Loop of Doom in South Africa. Like, it's not like South Africa's
A lot of people.
too crazy.
Yeah, a lot of people like to vacation in Cape Town. They said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard nothing but good things.
And
from
a
out
lot
there.
of hunting
here.
there too. I mean,
Oh,
Baker.
yeah.
I think
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Baker goes hunting in South Africa.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he goes all over. I mean, I've been to South Africa half a dozen times probably.
What did you think? Was it dangerous? Was it crazy?
Yeah, it was dangerous as shit.
It was?
Oh, yeah,
Really?
it's the only place. Yeah, it's the only place in the world I've been where they have stop signs that tell you not to stop because you're going to get carjacked. So
wow.
it's a dude holding a shotgun up to the window of your car, and it says, "Do not stop here."
Wow.
So, it's a super dangerous place depending on where you go. Obviously, it has safe areas, but Johannesburg, there are places like no go, like don't
even go over
and
there.
don't go there. And the other thing is if you're driving through there, don't fucking stop and don't get a flat. And if you do get a flat, drive that shit till it's on a rim. Get the fuck out. My buddy, his wife was from South Africa, and they went back to South Africa to just hang out with the family for like 3 weeks. While he was there, they were sleeping on the top floor of the house. The bottom floor of the house was completely gutted, like robbed at like 2:00 in the morning. And the dude's a former SEAL Team 6 guy. He's fucking super competent guy, but he's like, we didn't hear a thing. And they completely gutted the entire house.
Wow.
And he said, talking to their family, that multiple people, and this is like a residential area that it's very affluent residential area, that her dad's like an engineer, and they've had like so many people get held up by gunpoint in their homes while they've just been basically robbed, that they've had to hire personal security guards on their houses. So they have full-time security on their houses over there. So they've got like nannies and security, and these are like upper middle class people. So just imagine like upper middle class America, if we had to turn to like full-time security guards sitting in our front yard.
Yeah.
Like it's not exactly the
Well,
the
we're
most
going.
hospitable
We're going
place in the
to if we
world.
keep immigrating all these shithole countries.
Full circle.
Full circle.
God.
Fucking nailed it. Fucking Evan. Elon
Yeah.
Musk was reportedly at. He admitted.
Oh,
to
another South African, by the way.
Yeah.
Look at that. Yeah.
Yeah, look at
another
that.
South African. South Africa to Canada to here. That's
wow.
how he did that.
He said he went to one of those fucking orgies we were talking about on the show.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that
Did he
had,
give like an after actions review or report? Did he?
No.
I think he
no.
just confirmed that he had gone to one, right? So it wasn't like he went into detail other than like, yeah, there were like masks and he was like, I forget the theme. Do you remember what he said the theme was? It was like they're wearing costumes and masks.
Yeah, they were
and
wearing
shit,
costumes, and he claimed he left before everybody started boning.
Right.
That I guess it's like a late night thing. And again, like there's rules and fucking regulations to this type of shit.
Yeah, but with Elon Musk, he's a good-looking guy and he's fucking super rich. He doesn't really need to go to orgies. He could just bring the orgy to him, I feel like.
Yeah, I probably could, but I mean, then again, like after you've done so many orgies, aren't you like, I want to go to a different one?
Yeah.
Want to try it?
You know who he's dating in real life?
What's a different orgy?
I don't know. You never know.
I
It's
got like a supermodel, right?
No, it's Amber Heard. It's Johnny Depp's ex-wife,
Oh,
Really?
interesting.
Amber Heard?
who's a nightmare. This chick, like all she does is social climb. So she used to be married to a high-powered lesbian. She had a full lesbian wedding, by the way. This was
Oh.
Awesome.
legit. She was married she was a publicist, and they were married. Ends up doing a movie with Johnny Depp. He's banging her. She gets divorced from the chick, marries Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp goes, he's going bankrupt, and then she moves on to Elon Musk, and it's like, man, her pussy must be fucking incredible for this type of shit.
Yeah.
How is Johnny Depp going bankrupt?
He's going bankrupt.
Oh boy.
You haven't heard about this?
Uh-uh.
Oh my
You're
god, dude!
kidding
It's
me.
Talked about it,
fucking
yeah.
awesome. Yeah, it's super funny. I mean, it
I know
is super
nothing
funny.
about it.
Like,
18
Yeah.
houses. He has 18 houses. He's selling like the weirdest shit too to pay for this, and he has been forever. Now he's suing his business managers But I mean, he sold a yacht to the woman who wrote Harry Potter for like $30 million to throw at this debt. Like he's doing every
How
movie
much
on
is
the
he
planet.
in debt for?
Nobody really knows
lot.
the real figure right now, but the guesstimate is somewhere between 60 to 80 million.
Oh.
Yeah, and
That's some good debt.
I mean, 30 mil definitely chunks at it, though, you know?
I heard, just like hearsay or whatever, right? I heard that his accountant was telling him, like, hey, you got to rein it in, man. Like, you're not going to be able to spend $20 million on Christmas this year. And I guess he like threw some fit that he couldn't spend $20 million on
Lost
Christmas.
it. Yep.
How the fuck do you spend $20 million on Christmas?
And he said, I've got kids. And he goes, yeah, man,
I've
we've all got
I've got kids, man. I gotta spend.
Did
$20 million.
we already talk about this, Rob?
I think
I think we
so.
did, right?
We did.
Like,
It's just
fucking hilarious.
It keeps popping up where it's because he's selling a new property. It feels like every week. And the property and the shit is so outlandish that it's like, man, I don't know when it's going to end. He keeps doing more movies. And this chick, again, who he was married to, just keeps bouncing around from like more powerful person. With Johnny Depp, you were like, all right, great. How do you beat that? Elon Musk. Like after that,
She's not that hot.
no, she's fucked
Like,
after
she's
that.
actually dirty looking.
Huh?
No,
She's
it's
got
that,
something
it's that
going on
actress
for her.
vibe. It's the fucking
Yeah.
dick and Doritos, and then a lot of makeup. It's not like it's nothing exciting about it.
Yeah,
It's some basic bitch shit, in my opinion.
yeah. She looks annoying as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Um,
she's probably not, I suppose. I mean, Elon Musk is a pretty sharp cat, man. Like, you know, I was thinking about that the other day. It's like when you get
There
so
she's
much
dating
fucking money,
this dude.
when you get so much money, you're just like, yeah, fuck it. I guess I'm going to go to space. You know,
Yeah.
you're just like, yeah, I'm going to go to space now.
Yeah.
Nothing really here for me to do. I've done it all. I've made all that money.
Might as well go to
I'm
space.
going to go to space. I'm going to
Oh, wow,
I'm going
he's
to go ahead
short.
and fund my own fucking space thing.
Who's that?
That's Johnny.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a tiny man. He's probably 5'6", I would say.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, it seems average. It seems average to me.
That's really, really short.
It seems average.
I can't
That's
think
about
of
average to
any
me.
friends that are, nearly midgets or vertically challenged. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah, the maximum legal height for a midget's 4'11", so you're only 7 inches above that if you're Johnny Depp.
That's funny.
Like,
Yeah, you're one dong away from being labeled a midget.
Fuck you. You stole it. I was going to say that. You're one average white guy's dick away.
That's right.
Nice.
You're one Caucasian dong
So,
away from fucking
Let's
midgetdom.
get into this fucking colossal mistake because I was looking at videos of it earlier today to see what Honolulu looked like when that text alert came
yeah,
out.
how did
Oh wow,
how
that shit
did
was
that happen?
pandemonium, right?
I know.
That was
People
the
are running in the
craziest shit of all
streets.
times.
Like,
So wait, what happened? It was a text alert for like a nuclear bomb?
yeah, it
Yeah.
said ballistic missile inbound Hawaii. Take shelter.
Yeah.
This is not a drill.
You have 15
Yeah.
minutes.
and it came to every phone like an Amber Alert. So everybody's phone went off at once. Nuclear bomb coming in. Like
How does that happen, Jared? Like
Ben brought up a good point at breakfast this morning. Is what do you do if you're at a strip club at that point? Like you just go, huh? Zink. Huh? Well, fuck it.
Seriously.
yeah, how many bad decisions were made in that 38 minutes? It was
How many breakups or emotional jumping into a relationship happened, and then they're regretting it right now.
I don't know.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think it's great. I think
Ballistic
that there should be
missile
one of
threat
these a month.
Inbound to Hawaii, seek immediate shelter. This is not a drill. Fuck.
every single phone
I
in
guess
Hawaii
if
got that.
I would
text.
literally just be like, fuck it. Like, all right, I'm going to die.
You know
and
what,
if I
though?
don't, that's cool. Maybe I can outrun like the fucking
I did
nuclear
not
rain.
get a single goodbye text from anybody I know that lives in Hawaii.
Well, duh.
Oh.
You think they're going to think about you in the
I would hope one of
the
them-
fleeting moments of their life?
One of them.
One
Jeez,
toilet.
I'm dying in 7 minutes. I better text Jared Taylor.
One toilet sandwich.
There's a
just like,
whole
fuck it.
there's a whole ASOS there. There's a whole fucking
Okay.
TAC B squadron.
Did you text your Hawaii friends?
No, because I didn't know. I didn't find out till later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's really what you should have done.
Yeah, I
Been
should have
like,
done.
hey, congrats on dying.
I would have said nice knowing you.
yeah,
Yeah.
nice knowing you.
Yeah.
Good thing I live in Utah.
Me
Fag.
Just
I would have been like, I'm probably dying of a heart attack. At least you went out in nuclear fashion. Something like that. Like you could
nailed
clever
it.
wordplay.
Hey, bro, love you.
Love you.
I hear Hawaii's going to be hot.
Hey, man, should I cancel my tickets for the 24th?
What would a nuclear bomb do to a volcano? That would just be crazy.
That should actually be the next Sharknado.
I know.
Nuclear
volcano.
North Korea puts a fucking nuclear bomb in
a volcano.
Yeah.
Oh man,
This summer.
it fucks the whole.
I
earth up.
was thinking about that too. I was thinking about that the other day. I was watching something on like Yellowstone has the largest volcano in North America. And I was like, man, if you fucking launched a nuclear bomb in there, the pressure that would go off, it would fuck
every other volcano
everything up.
Like it would probably detonate Washington.
Yeah, it's huge. It's a huge volcano.
It would fuck San Francisco up. Like,
I really do. Like I was thinking, I was like,
if you got it in there, like because of the fault lines and everything, like I think everything goes at that point.
Really?
Well,
I mean, who
the
knows?
thing that is if you did
gynecologist,
I'm not a gynecologist, but yeah.
That's something I'd really like to hear like a scientist talk about. I'm sure someone's explored that in like national defense.
We're probably talking about something that's been like hyper classified and like nobody wants to talk about it. It's like fuck.
God damn it, Drinking Bros.
No, there was this documentary, I want to say like 15 years ago called The Core. It was pretty good. It was about going into a volcano.
Aren't the Japanese drilling in to like past the crust of the earth?
I don't know. Are they?
Yeah, they got some big ass boat and they're trying to do it. I think it's the deepest.
What if they fuck something up? Like what?
That's what I think. Like you open up a fucking flamethrower,
you know, like those
fucking lava. Like
scientists that are like fucking, doing a neutron loop or some bullshit like that, and they open up a black hole, and then we're all fucked because they were fucking around with their science.
Yeah, that was the atom smasher. That was the theory with the atom smasher because they're trying to recreate the Big Bang effect on a micro level.
Yeah,
that's what.
Do you want to try that?
That's what scientists were going like. Holy fuck! You might actually hit a fucking dying star or some shit, and the whole thing goes up because you fucking dudes are curious. Like, chill out. The fuck.
The whole fucking Earth cracks in half. Like,
we just spent 12 years and $4 billion to create a black hole.
Why?
And then it sucks everything in.
Interesting. Yeah.
And you're going to Hawaii on the 24th of January?
No, I was just kidding.
Oh, I was like, man, shit.
I was just like texting your buddy like, hey, dude, should I cancel my tickets?
Should I cancel my tickets? Why?
Yeah, how does that... My question is this. How does that happen and who pressed that button?
Let's see. The alert sent by Hawaii Emergency Management Agency was revoked 38 minutes after it was issued, prompting confusion over why
somebody
it was
that got
released.
fired.
Yeah, they're not admitting it. They said what happened today was totally unacceptable. So,
because there was
some fucking intern was doing the wrong thing.
Oh God, because there's a video of parents placing their children inside storm drains.
This is their justification for it. Someone clicked the wrong thing on the computer.
Oh God!
Wow.
Yeah, but why couldn't you revoke it like right then? Hey, just kidding.
No, 38 minutes. You gotta let it.
Yeah.
You gotta let it rain.
You gotta let it
run.
Oh
shit!
Sift.
Like you pressed it. You're like,
Yeah.
You're getting up. You're like, you press the button. You go and you take a shit. Warm up your food in the microwave. Stop by
you're
Dale's
texting,
desk.
You're on Facebook, and then you go back like,
oh
ooh.
shit, that's what that was. Because it came up on my phone, and I was like, oh fuck, that's what that was. I did that. That wasn't the Amber Alert button that I pressed.
There's a question right there. Everybody that worked in that office got their phones going off.
I know.
Why did it take 40 minutes?
40 minutes.
You don't know. It's probably the same asshole that used to pull like the fire alarm in a school. But you wonder why it took 38 minutes.
Everybody knew about it at that time.
Everybody.
Which should have been like, if there's a missile inbound, like it's gonna hit before 38 minutes. I don't know what the flight time from North Korea to Hawaii.
I don't know. That's a long
is,
time though. I saw the running. The running was.
It was legit.
You look at the videos on YouTube of everybody just fucking running and screaming.
Yeah. It was
oh my god.
You had the Hawaii natives on their surfboard like, fuck it, bro.
Was there any
Well, they didn't even know.
Was there any
just like
looting?
cruising around?
Yeah, but you could see you're on a surfboard and you see everybody on the beach running. That's probably even scarier.
Well, no offense, I don't think you're gonna loot in a nuclear storm. It's like, man, this new couch is gonna look
but
awesome.
You're
vaporized
in the
and my skin
checkout
stuck
at
to
Target, and it's like you're like, fuck it, I'm just taking this.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat this cheeseburger.
I'm gonna ask this swamp donkey to suck my dick, and I'm gonna check out.
That's what I mean. There has to be. We have to find out some situations.
Maybe he was just trying to get laid, where she's like, "Oh fuck you if the world's ending," and he was just like, burp,
Perfect. Text her.
You got 38 minutes to suck this D.
That's what that was.
That was.
That's exactly what it was.
And
Somebody messed up on the computer.
That's a baller move.
No way.
That's a baller
somebody
move.
Getting laid.
Yes.
That's what that is.
There has to be a few people that had sex that wouldn't have had sex if the world wasn't going to end.
That
for
is
them.
true.
Yeah.
Or someone had the like enough courage to kiss some chick that they've been like,
Yeah.
you know.
Or ask
Fuck
him out.
it.
Ask him out
Yeah.
at work. Hey,
Yeah.
you know, I've always loved you. Should we like go in the back? Like,
That's
fuck
That's
it.
what true courage is, you know?
Yeah.
Kissing the woman of your dreams when you think a imminent
That's what
nuclear
I mean.
blast is happening.
How many relationships ended?
That's
Like,
a good
hey,
life for
I've always fucking hated you. I'm
Yeah.
going to the beach.
Yeah.
Live life like you just got a nuclear fucking bomb prompt, you know? That's the new YOLO kind of thing.
Thank God nobody got killed, you know? Like, oh, really?
Oh, Bob, pow! Fuck you!
The video
Yeah,
again.
probably.
I hate to go back to this, but the video of the parents putting their kids in the storm drains, is that even like a good place during an attack?
Yeah,
to
yeah,
put-
of course.
Is it really?
I mean, it's
Yeah, I mean, it
beneath
moves.
the blast.
It moves along the horizon. So, and depending if it was like air or ground burst, like if you get under,
It would be air bursts.
But if you think about it, like
I believe most of them are detonated about 200 feet.
That's what it is?
That's what really.
yeah,
There's two really good documentaries about the testing and everything like that.
Yeah.
Shit, man. I wouldn't.
I mean
wouldn't
that's
have
what
thought.
they teach you. Like they like we were joking around about it the other day. Some guys came in the office from the I think it was 19th Special Forces group, and they're talking about like doing drills and like lay down on the ground flat, you know, with your feet pointed in the direction of the
blast.
of
Like,
the
this isn't
blast.
this
And you're
isn't a
like,
hand
what
grenade.
the
This
fuck?
is a fucking nuclear bomb.
Do not look at it. Like, really? I'm gonna put my sunglasses and look on it. Yeah.
I'm ready for a nuclear bomb right now. That's why I have my sunglasses.
That's right,
on. When
yeah.
you guys
You're
have
ready,
to look
yeah.
away, I'm gonna look at the blast, and then
Would you guys do something that you normally wouldn't do if you got that text?
Yes.
Or can you say on air? What would you do, Ross?
The first thing that would enter my mind, and I've thought about this numerous times, and it's probably from that 9/11 movie where they had enough time on the plane to call their loved ones and shit. Paul Greengrass directed it. Fuck.
what the movie, the United 93?
Yes, that's it. So when I saw that, I was like, shit, what would I do? I think I'd group text my parents. If I would imagine I'd be with my wife and child, because that would be different. If I wasn't with them, yeah, I'd probably grab someone and just, start fucking them, or just start jacking off as hard as I could. Like, wherever I was, I would definitely steal.
There's gonna be 2 explosions.
I would yeah, exactly. But I would definitely steal something. Like, I would definitely run into a store and start drinking like all their liquor, like shotgunning Four Locos, just to do it. And I'm surprised you haven't heard those fucking stories. So yeah, the text message thing would be first, but that would only take fucking a minute. That would be it. And then I would start going through stores and trying to find somebody hot, and then just be like, look, this is it. Let's
This is it.
let's get
I'd
buried.
probably just go bottoms down on like a
Yeah,
fifth of whiskey.
if we're
so
here,
like I don't even know.
There's really nowhere I don't know. There's no safe place to go here. Like, I don't know of a basement.
Or we could position our bodies in really fucked up ways, so when they find the ashes, they're like, "What the fuck was Black
I'd
Rifle
probably
doing?"
just roll out and get in one of the shipping containers, because it's not going to collapse on you.
Yeah.
I mean, it might roll, but you might be all right.
Might be all right.
depending
Yeah.
on the
Depending
proximity
on where,
to the blast.
yeah,
What-
depending on where.
When
because-
we go to Texas, let's build a bomb shelter.
Let's
Just
do
so
it.
it's like,
Yeah.
nah, fuck it. At least we live.
I was
And
already-
then
I
in the
was already
bomb
thinking
shelter,
about that.
Okay.
in the bomb shelter, we'll have like
Hot twins.
100 prostitutes.
our
Oh.
exit things that we want in there. You know,
Yeah.
it's like whiskey and fucking whatever else, and we'll just
Yeah.
like
Absolutely.
do it
Yeah, I
up.
love that.
Were you just like 3 weeks of good living?
Yeah,
and then
we'll
if
just
you,
be fucking powered down.
yeah.
in the last 2
We'll
years,
get some
by the way.
strippers in there.
Yeah,
Get some strippers in there.
throw that exotic dancer in there. She's exotic. She's used
Yeah.
to some things like that. But in the last 2 years, they said more bomb shelters have been built than in the history of the country, and it's all like super rich CEOs who have built these fucking things.
Well, you have so
Yeah.
much fucking money
It's-
that you're just like,
and-
what's $1 million to build a bomb
To
shelter?
be fair, there have been a lot of shows in the last 5 years on history and discovery and stuff
Yeah,
about
like doomsday preppers.
Yeah,
and all
doomsday
that shit,
preppers.
yeah.
So I mean, it becomes an obsession. It's like a hobby, Ross. Like when you do have a lot of money and you have every car you ever wanted to buy and you got a boat and everything, it's like, oh fuck, let me build a fucking cool little
Well,
fort.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
that like show off mentality too, where it's like when like super rich guys buy like hyper exotic firearms, for $1 million, a machine gun from World War II that Hitler touched or something. It's just them to show it off to their buddies. That's all that is.
There's a lot of that.
You wanna see my
I think
shelter?
there's a lot of guys too that see it as like insurance though, because I've talked to a bunch of those guys and they're like, Well, I talked to a guy that was like really close in this war room on a large private equity firm. I don't know, a couple years ago, and when they were in the room on the verge, I think it was like 2008's economic collapse. Basically, they were talking about how they really felt their calculations were America was like less than 15 minutes away from like total economic meltdown.
Yeah,
and at that point, like all those guys left that room that afternoon, and there was a few things that saved it. But ultimately, every one of those guys started building their fucking prepper plan.
It's not like, even if you look at it that way, like financial collapse or something along those lines, having like, let's just say 6 to 1 year of sustainability for you and your family, that's actually a really fucking smart thing. Like I'll let them up there sort it out. And I'm gonna hide in my bunker and play poker and, listen to the FM radio if it still exists.
Yeah, and it's a cool. It's actually really cool to think about, because I've been down that like rabbit hole in my mind. Like, how am I going to do this? Because Salt Lake is the second city in the nation that could be susceptible to a major earthquake.
Really?
And it's one of the most earthquake, I guess, susceptible cities in the world as far as like collapse and the effectiveness. Because the other piece is they've got estimates that if there's a large quake, the lake will basically push into the city in a tidal wave. So the Salt Lake, the Great Salt Lake, will push into the city in a fucking tidal wave.
Wow.
So you got people in Park City and they're just like living it up. Down here, it's just going to be chaos.
It's going to be stew.
So, but you'll definitely have like, it's something like 80% of the structures will collapse, even like on what is expected on the low end as far as a quake. The fault line, you can see it. So when you drive down to Draper and you see that edge where guys go like kite flying and shit like that off that's the fucking fault line. And it goes all the way from like north of Salt Lake all the way down to past Draper. But it is supposed to absolutely destroy the city. It might not happen in our lifetime. All right. So it's like we're living in like less than a second of the world's history. So for us to statistically be susceptible to that, you never know, but you still have to kind of think about those things. Like I've thought about it a lot with my family, and we've talked about link up procedures, if like you can't get communication, where are we going to get water? Do we have enough food? So shit, I'm that guy, man. We got water, we got food, I've got go bags in all the vehicles, and like, I won't be able to prepare for everything, but
I'm just going to rob everybody.
Yeah.
Guns.
Yeah, I mean, and then we have BRCC here, so we just basically come back here. We unite basically a 100+ man direct action force, and then we take over the city. So it's not that big of a deal, but
we've got
still,
the 5-ton,
I still
we
have
got
to
the
get
gates.
back to the building in order for us to raise our army.
I'm walking distance, so I'm good.
Yeah, you're good.
You would be,
but we have the interstate. That's the thing, is we have the interstate between the office and the city. So it's like if that thing collapses, we've got to work a way around it.
Yeah.
You'd be a great warlord. You would.
God, that would be great.
You'd be a great warlord.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I will take that as a compliment.
I'd be definitely
We would have
lieutenants,
a very effective force here.
We would be very effective.
Oh, we would have the city in under a week.
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
would.
just the equipment and the communications knowledge alone.
Jeez.
Like,
yeah. It's like rally up on Black Rifle Coffee. Let's go.
Let's roll.
yeah.
That would be the safest place on the face of the earth, by the way. Black Rifle would be that's it.
No, it's not. It's in my arms, Ross. You know that.
Oh, you're goddamn right. It's nice to be cradled by a giant,
A gentle giant.
Before we get to the drinking bro of the week, there's a fucking guy I really want to throw under the bus real quick. Do you guys know who fucking George Takei is? He was Zulu on Star Trek.
Yeah.
He has a massive social media following. Last year now. I don't want to be the shitty one who said, "Oh, it was all the way last year." It was about 2 months ago. He got popped for one of these Me Too things for fucking dudes, like little boys, right? 14, 15-year-olds. For some reason, it didn't make that much of a dent in his social media following. So every day he posts shit like about Trump and the president or whatever. And I responded back. He was like, remember next time you vote for a Republican that you're voting for this. And I go, well, remember that time that you fucked little boys, because I will never, ever forget it. And So a few like Democrats wrote back. This one guy was just like, be careful who you throw stones at. You know, I'm sure you've got your own skeletons. And I was like, look, if you want to hear,
What?
and I go, look, if you want to hear my skeletons, you can hear it Monday through Friday on these two podcasts, and we're good to go. And so, and he goes, I highly doubt that. And I was like, I go, what do you do for a fucking living? And I pulled him up on Twitter. Some people actually use Twitter for business, and and they really go for it. The guy's name is Colin McQuaid. MC.
Ooh, Colin McQuaid.
Colin McQuaid. And it said on here that he's a psychic, he's a medium, a teacher. You can contact him for classes at 516-650-5407. Again, that's 516-650-5407. It's Colin McQuaid.
Colin. Yeah.
He's a psychic medium. So my thing was, so he writes back after my comment. He goes, typical from a Trump supporter. And I was like, I didn't say who I supported. I'm not cool with anybody fucking little kids. And and I go, the fact that you think, that you immediately go to politics, I was like, if you're a psychic and you hate Trump so much, wouldn't you have seen him winning anyways, and you could have warned everybody? And I didn't get a response. So, Colin, since you're a shitty psychic, I'd be interested if anybody else wants to go to Colin McQuaid, the psychic, at 516-650-5407.
Yeah. Apparently, fucking little boys is okay with him.
I guess so. I guess
as long as you're on Star Trek.
And I
okay.
pulled up his Twitter feed, so it's like he's retweeting like Kamala Harris, who is supposedly next in line to run for Democratic presidents in 2020. Alyssa Milano, who's just going way off the deep end as far as Republicans go. So I didn't think you were allowed to be like that hardcore for one fucking party being a psychic, but I guess not. I guess you're allowed to do that, huh?
I guess.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, that makes sense.
I don't understand that whole psychic world, medium world. Like, you can't. My question is this: are you allowed to bitch about anything if you already know the future? Like, what the fuck? Like, you should have known all this was going to happen. So, what's there to complain about? I guess. And that's my beef last night.
Well, tell Colin, Ross sent you.
Yeah,
just tell him that Ross sent you.
And tell him you don't agree with the whole him supporting boy fuckers.
Exactly, and again, that was George Takei, and just ask Colin McQuaid if you were to call him up as a psychic and say, hey, Colin, I got one question for you at 516-650-5407. Why did you not know that George Takei was fucking little kids, and why didn't you stop him? That would be a great question for a psychic medium, I think. But with that, we'll get to the Drinking Bro of the Week. The Drinking Bro of the Week was submitted by Andrew Kurtzman. He says, hey guys, I'd like to nominate Doc Christopher Scott for Drinking Bro of the Week. Doc Scott was one of our
corpsmen.
Yeah, there you go. With the 3rd Battalion.
With 3rd Battalion, 2nd Marines.
Yeah.
I'm just going to get the military jargon for you.
Please do. I never know if that P is silent or not. He was with us for several deployments, and no matter what was going on or how shitty the day was, Doc Scott was always there with some kind of joke to keep our mind out of the shit. Scott was diagnosed with 3, I'm assuming that's stage 3 Hodgkin's lymphoma, and in both sides of his neck, armpits, and spleen. He is starting chemo and radiation this week. He's always been there for us, even after all the hell we've been through and beyond. In dealing with the wounded, he would find some way to get your mind out of the shit long enough to let you know that things will pick up. If I can pay him back by having him be the Drinking Bro of the Week, that would be amazing. Absolutely, man. To Doc Scott.
And to him, actually, Hodgkin's lymphoma is a pretty big thing in my family. My stepbrother had stage 4 Hodgkin's lymphoma. He is cancer-free for 2.5 years now. And then my real brother had stage 2 Hodgkin's lymphoma, and he's cancer-free for 9 years now. So it's a fucking rough road, man, but just stay at it, and you have a real good chance to come out this stronger than you were before, man. So cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. Thanks, Andrew Kurtzman, for submitting that. We really appreciate it. After this, look, you got 38 minutes to find a fucking spot that you're going to die in. So,
good old Hawaii tweets.
See, you might as well grab life by the beans.
Love it. I love that.
For Evan Hafer, Matt Best, Jared Cap Taylor, I'm Ross Patterson. Good night, everyone. It's staying night.